Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sheetal Babar, and in this session we will be discussing about Christian male or female dying intestate and rules for distribution of his or her property. Before discussing all of these rules, let me be very clear that this session shall be classified in two parts. Part 1, we will be discussing only general rules of Christian dying intestate and distribution of his property. And in part 2, we will be discussing specific rules for certain situations. Now, overall, when we talk about Christian intestate succession, there are three situations which are discussed from section 32 to section 48. So amongst this, there are three parts or three classifications we can make. First part is general rules of Christian dying intestate and the rules to be applied in this situation to his property. Secondly, we'll be talking about presence of lineal descendants and rules to be made applicable in that situation. That means a situation where the lineal descendants of Christian who is dying intestate are surviving him or her. And thirdly, Christian intestate succession discusses about a situation where he or she is not survived by his lineal descendants. So, absence of lineal descendants. So, simplifyingly, when it comes to Christian succession or Christian intestate succession, especially, three classifications are made under this topic to make you all understand what the topic or what the rules are all about Christian succession. First part, I repeat, is about the general rules. Second part is specific rules which shall be discussing only about the situation where lineal descendants are surviving the intestate. And third part will be discussing about absence of lineal descendants in the scenario of survivals. So let us start with our first topic or first part rather of Christian succession, intestate succession. Let us start with these general rules wherein we shall be discussing section 32 to section 35. Section 32 is very specific uh, about the situation that on whom the property shall devolve. So generally, when a Christian dies intestate and there is a question of his property, how it is to be devolved, there comes three category of individuals mentioned under 32 who shall be given priority, and those are first is husband or second is wife, depending on to who, the male or the female Christian dying intestate. So first category is husband in case where a female Christian dies intestate. Second category is wife in case where a male Christian dies intestate. And third category is kindred. Now let us see what is this kindred or is this concept of kindred defined anywhere. Kindred is basically discussed under section 24 of Indian Succession Act, which states it is the connection or relation of persons descended from the same stock or common ancestor. So when it comes to section 32, it is quite clear that husband or wife, that is widow or widower, or the kindred, that means anyone who is descending from the common stock or common ancestor, shall proceed as the claimant or sharer of the property of this Christian dying intestate. Further, section 33 gives us three scenarios. The first scenario is widow and lineal descendants surviving the intestate. Secondly, it is widow and the kindred who are surviving the intestate. And thirdly, it is only widow and there are no kindred or lineal descendants who are surviving the intestate. Now let us see how this distribution happens generally in all of these three situations. So the very first situation under section 33 states as to widow along with lineal descendants is surviving. So here the property, 1/3 property of the intestate shall be received by widow and remaining 2/3 shall be received equally by all the lineal descendants who are surviving. So say for example, A is Christian male dying intestate, leaving behind B his widow, C a son and D a daughter. In this case, 1/3 of the property shall devolve upon B, who is his widow. C and D will respectively take equal share from 2/3 of the property. So, this is what section 33 first situation discusses about. Second situation is widow with no lineal descendants but kindred. Now, what do we mean by that? Kindred is anyone lineal descendant basically who has remoter degrees connected to this intestate because they come from the common stock or common ancestor. So your widow and kindred are present and no direct, or basically this is all about the children, grandchildren or great grandchildren are absent and widow along with a kindred receive the property. In this case, half of the property of a Christian dying intestate shall be received by his widow and remaining half shall be distributed amongst the present surviving kindred from the same degree of generations. Next is if only widow with no kindred is the situation. In this situation, widow shall take the whole property as the recipient. So section 33 gives us three scenarios. First scenario wherein widow takes 1/3 share because children of intestate or lineal descendant of intestate are surviving the intestate. And hence 1/3 property is devolved upon widow and remaining 2/3 shall be received by her children or intestate's children as well as the lineal descendants who all are present. How the property devolves among these lineal descendants shall be discussed in part 2 of Christian intestate succession, which shall be the next video. So right now it is 1/3 property to the widow and 2/3 to the lineal descendants. Next situation is widow along with the kindred. In this case, widow gets more share. In this case, widow takes half the share and kindreds take half the share. In case where are no kindreds surviving, only widow surviving, in this case, widow shall take the whole property. Section 34 is basically a flow chart. It just gives us an idea how the property devolve upon whom, those who are surviving, and if in case of the absence, it goes to whom, and how it is acquired by the government. So firstly, section 34 states as to the property in absence of widow. This is most essential ingredient of section 34. Where there is no widow, half the property is to be devolved. In this case, the property will be devolved upon the lineal descendants if they are surviving. In case of absence of lineal descendants, the property shall devolve upon a kindred of intestate. And in case of absence of kindred, then the property shall go to the government. This is also called as rule of escheat. So this is just a flow chart. Property first devolves on widow if there is no widow on the lineal descendants, or especially under section 34, there is absence of widow. She is not surviving her husband. Then the property shall devolve upon lineal descendants first. Then if they are not there, the property shall devolve upon kindred next. And lastly, if no kindred are also surviving the intestate, then the property shall devolve upon the government. It shall be received by the government under rule of escheat. And lastly, section 35 talks about rights of widower, because till now we were just talking about the widow. We were just talking about all of the rights of widow in presence of other category of survivors and other category of individuals who along with her have the share in the property of intestate. We have not mentioned widower as such from section 32 to section 34. So section 35 is simplifyingly a general rule which talks about rights of the widower. And the rule is as simple as that. It states that the property shall devolve in case of female Christian dying intestate upon her widower, such as whatever property received by the widow in case of a male Christian dying intestate, similar rights are imposed, similar rights are imbibed into husband in case of a female Christian dying intestate. So, widower and widow's rights are same with respect to their individual situations. So this is what the general rule of Christian dying intestate are considered, or situation is considered under Indian Succession Act. Section 32 generally talks about husband, wife or kindred shall receive the property in general. Section 33 gives us three scenarios wherein there is presence of widow along with lineal descendants, presence of widow along with kindreds, and presence of widow with no kindreds. Section 34 gives us a scenario where there is no widow and lineal descendants or kindreds or even no kindreds, because it gives us a simple flow chart. First, property in case of absence of widow will be devolved onto lineal descendants of intestate. In absence of lineal descendants of intestate, property shall devolve upon kindreds of lineal intestate. And lastly, if no lineal descendant and no kindreds are surviving the intestate, then property shall devolve upon government under rule of escheat. Next section, that is section 34, gives us section 35 gives us a scenario where rights of widower are taken on same footings as to rights of widow. So section 35 states widow and widower in their respective situations do have similar rights. So in case of a widower, if we are applying section 32 to section 34, we shall be using widower instead of widow. So situation under section 32, 33 especially, widower along with lineal descendants. Second situation, widower along with kindreds. And last situation, widower with no kindred. So in first situation, widower will take 1/3 share. In second situation, widower will take half the share. And in third situation, widower will take whole of the share. So this is what all about the rights of widow, widower, lineal descendants and kindred of Christian dying intestate. In next part of the lecture, in next video, we shall be discussing of two situations, wherein first situation is where lineal descendants of intestates are surviving, specific rules for those, and in absence of lineal descendants, in presence of kindred for example, the rules for distribution of property of intestate. So for now, thank you so much.